morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. If you're here with me in the Discord, in the YouTube, or in the Kick Chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Redberg as WTW, Corgo, G-Lines, Mike, Cyrus, Mass, Rick, How to Be Right, Kelvin, Amateur Genius, National, Nick for a Tick. Good morning. What's up to you, Tomoki, Mike, Randy, Buckle Luck. More to you, Tomoki, Last Click, God Wrecker Fauser, Gerard, Nathan Nader, Cyber Trades, Lacho Blue, Navy Guy, Justin Prowse, Cub Q, Pocket Aces, Vexo, whatever, dude. Cheese Balls, Scooter, Balekis, GTR 1250, Mike, Troy Taylor, good morning. Good morning. Stop Loss Center says, does anyone know if this guy's legit? 99% of live traders I find are fake traders. Well, just you join their Discord. Just you join. I'm sure you mistyped that, but yeah, do not ever pay me a dime. Instead, enjoy these free streams for what they're worth. And if you don't like them, don't enjoy them. Do something else with your time. But don't ever pay me a dime. Please do not. I'm begging you. Whew, I'm so tired still. Not legit and does play cards, yes. How was yesterday? Yesterday was fun, but exhausting. Did not get the bracelet. We got pretty close. This is the deepest run we've ever made in a World Series of Poker event, so it was fun. I enjoyed the experience. It wasn't about the money, of course, obviously. It was about the experience. I just wanted to have get a bracelet. Obviously the prize money's great, $450 for first place, but anything other than like top three is kind of just like, you don't really care about the prize money. You care more about the glory. I would have loved to play a final table too, but we busted out in 16th place yesterday. If you're following along on the Instagram stories, you know exactly what happened. Next year you take it. Well, good thing is that there's another World Series event today. So I'm going to be playing that today. There's I think it's Monster Stack today. Day 1, Flight B. So probably play that one. That one starts at 10 a.m. I think 10 a.m. local time. It's 5 a.m. right now. I'll probably play that one, but I am exhausted. We got some friends coming into town today. They came in to play World Series of Poker, so definitely going to be playing today with them. But it was fun. I had a good time. It was fun messing around, joking with everybody at the table. If you're following along with the poker news updates, you saw how fun that was. Right now we are holding down here. We made a higher low. We do have PPI coming in about 24 minutes. Who traded CPI yesterday? Who traded that? I didn't trade anything, obviously. I was sleeping through that. I tried to sleep in yesterday, but it didn't work. Never works. Whenever I try to sleep in, my internal alarm clock is just way too gnarly. Like I went to bed at like 2:30 in the morning 2 nights ago, whenever pre-CPI. So like Wednesday morning, I went to bed at 2:30. I woke up at like I'm usually waking up at 2. So I went to bed at 2:30, woke up at like 4:30, 5, and like very exhausted. So Ron made 1.6K in CPI, passed an eval during CPI. Ethan got 2.8K. Traded the pullback to the 50% of the FVG after news. Nice. Traded the China news, caught some good moves, and called it a day. Nice. Yeah, I like seeing people that just kind of come in and smash the market and get done with it. The tour bus company. You bodied CPI yesterday. How'd you do there, T-dubs? Very nice. Dan, not the man, said some of us almost didn't know what to do with ourselves yesterday without you. I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah, it's not as fun, right? Trading without your buddies in the morning. Is PPI also tier 1 use? Yeah, PPI is going to be super important. It's coming in 22 minutes, less than 22 minutes, 21 and a half. You love the stories? Yeah, if you miss the stories, they're going to be up for another few hours. If you just go on my Instagram and you click my profile picture. There it is, at Selling Rips. You go on Instagram, you click my profile picture, it'll walk you through the stories and the journey that we had from yesterday. It was a 2-day, well, today is the 3rd day of the event. If I would have made Final Table, we would have played again today. But you can walk through yesterday's events because the stories only last for 24 hours. You're not going to be seeing any of the day 1 content. Tori says, can you explain how the buy-ins and payouts worked for these poker tourneys? Yep. So this one was a freeze out, which means there's no rebuys. It was a $3,000 buy-in. We had, I think, 1,050 or so entrants. They pay the top 155 spots, and it's heavily weighted at the top side. So first place was 451,000 or 450 and change, 450,000. And 16th place, what I got, paid 18,000 and change. And here, I can just tell you show you the payouts here. So the bigger the buy-in, the larger the payout. But you can see, this is why I really don't. I play cash games versus tournaments because playing for 2 days and only making $18,000 is kind of rough. Let's see here. There we go. So, first place, 451,000, second, 300, third, 212, fourth, 152. You can see this is where I was 16th place for 18K. And you can see they pay out, like I said, 155 spots. So 155th place got $6,000. So basically you get your entry back plus another 3K. So I got my entry back plus 15K. So to play poker for 2 days, like you have to understand, like when we trade on this stream, we've had trades where we make $20,000 in 2 minutes. So I'm only gunning for this. And even if I did win this, like it's good money, right? I'm not gonna be mad about it, but it's not like I'm gonna be over the freaking moon. I'm gonna be happy about it. Let's not get wrong. Like I'm gonna be happy. But this, I want to win first place because I want to win the bracelet. That's it. That's really what I'm going for. Now, the main event is a $10,000 buy, and first place for that is going to be millions of dollars. That's a little different, right? And again, don't get me wrong. 451,000 is a good chunk of change, but it's not like it would be great. But I'm doing it more for the bracelet. Yeah, JY got knocked out like literally 30 minutes after I got knocked out by the same way that I got knocked out. So if you look, I got knocked out because I went in with ace king and this guy had aces pre-flop. What are you going to do? Like you're shoving with ace king. And then literally I'm getting my cash from the cage and he texts me. He's like, he got me too. Same exact guy who took me out with aces takes out my good buddy Justin Young with queens. So literally back to back. Like how insane is that? The guy has aces against 2 players back to back. And it even says the table made a comment that Ramos has been on a tremendous heater as he skyrocketed the chip lead. It's insane. So thousands of players bought in. Do you know what the casino takes? 3%. There's a 3% rake for the casino. But not thousands. I think it was 1,052 entrants. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a long, like it's a very long grind. This is the way that you can look at it too. It's like tournaments are like prop firms. Cash games are like trading your own account. So if you don't have access to a lot of capital, tournaments are a great way to go, right? So the tournament I'm playing today, or gonna play with my friends, it's a $1,500 buy-in. I'm assuming they're gonna get probably 2,000-3,000 entrants. First place for that one will probably be around the same, $450,000. But to only pay $1,500 for an entry and get $450,000 or $500,000 is a good return. But like that's only if you get first place. Now, if you get down to like the final three, you can make a deal where let's just say the final three payouts are $500K, $300K, $200K. That means that there's $1 million available. You could chop it three ways. Everybody gets $333,000. You can make deals like that at the final table and then just play for the bracelet. So there's a lot of things that can happen. But again, prop firms are like tournaments. Tournaments are like prop firms. And cash games are like trading your own money. Because the money's much larger, but the risk is also much larger, right? The risk is way larger when you're playing cash. But what's weird is that, you know, it was a lot more satisfying driving home yesterday. Like I've driven home from Bobby's room and made 5 to 10x, even 20x what I made yesterday. And it's still not like it just felt satisfying, like making a deep run. I set out to do well. This is the fourth tournament I've played in the World Series this year. First three were just kind of warm-ups. This is the fourth one I played, and to make a deep run, 16th place out of 1,050 entrants was a proud moment. It felt good. So there you go. It was fun. That's all that matters. Are they really tracking everything in these tournaments? What do you mean, tracking everything? It's the name of the site, pokernews.com. Riley says, I'm a cash game player too at heart, but every now once in a while, it's fun to play in tournaments. Yeah, I mean, playing in World Series or WPT events is fun. Every hand, every card, and so on. Well, when you get down to like the final few tables, yes. But not like when there's 1,000 people in it. No, they're tracking like when it's down to the final few tables. Yeah, nobody cares what's happening when there's 1,000 people in it. That's, that would be ridiculous. But yeah, when you're down to, they really started tracking. All right, let me see if I can change the music. I don't know why this is just so aggressive. Let's try this. There we go. Yeah, when you're down to final few tables, that's when they're tracking everything. So it was fun though. It was fun. I had a good time. I think it's the first time I've ever made a deep run in World Series. I played a couple tournaments in the World Series the last year, but I mean, I don't think I made any cashes or anything, so. They make you show your cards to the camera and everything. No, I mean, there's field reporters when you're down to the final few tables, but like if you make final table, there's like an RFID reader that scans a special deck of cards, so everybody's whole cards are known and they actually stream the final table. And then also they broadcast it on CBS. But boy, I am exhausted today. I got how many hours of sleep? Let's see. I got 5 hours of sleep, so not bad. Tried to sleep in a little bit today, but my recovery score is off. But that's expected. I mean, when you're playing these tournaments, that's expected. My recovery is so bad. It's been trending lower and lower. Ron says, I'm dead under 7.5 hours of sleep. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about having a very strong internal alarm clock is that, I mean, if you go to bed at a time that you're not used to, it's really hard to catch up on sleep. Like, I wish I could, Like, I wish yesterday that I would have just been able to sleep in, but I couldn't. I tried to, but I just couldn't. My internal alarm clock is just screaming at me to get up. Horrible. Thanks, Mamba. Yeah, you got to win your flips and not be card dead to make deep runs. It's true. I mean, and again, like, you're not going to not shove ace king pre-flop when you're down to 16 players, and it just sucks because the guy wakes up with aces. There's literally nothing that you can do. Thank you, Mo2, for the $2. Appreciate you. By the way, we smashed all of our goals on Kick, so we have new goals. The subscription goal is now at 150. Follower goal is at 750. So if you're not subscribed over on Kick already, hit that sub button, baby. That's where it's at. Want to smash those goals. QO Bill says, hey, Ribs, what happened to stream yesterday? Welcome. Good morning. How are you? How'd you do yesterday, McGruff? I know that you were playing horse. How'd you end up doing yesterday? Tried to sign up on Kick, but will not send me the verification code. Requested 3 times. Any suggestions? Try a different email. Roman asks, hello, Rips. Do you have a number of trades in mind per day to not overtrade? Not really. I mean, if the market's producing opportunities, I'm going to try to take those opportunities. McGruff says terribly. How many people were in that tournament? What did you end up busting out at? So we can get some color. Because there was somebody asking about, you know, tournaments and how it goes. Mo2 says, I need a spanking. Uh-oh. Gambled CPI made 3.4K. That's not bad. All right, PPI. The expectations are out. Month over month, we are expecting 0.2% positive. Year over year, we're expecting 2.6%. And then for jobless claims, we're expecting 242,000 for initial and 1.91 million for existing claims. Do you have any limits set by your broker on your personal account daily loss limit? You can. You absolutely can. I do not. And back-to-back aces with shoves in front of you is how you win the tourneys. Yeah, and what's funny is like that guy's not even chip leader right now going into the final 9, I think. But yeah, good thing is like if you ever want to get into poker, I would always say try playing tournaments. It's a great way to learn poker. Tournament poker, again, is very different than cash game poker as far as the dynamics and how you play and the strategy. Very, very different. But it's a great way to learn how to play poker and find out if you love the game or not. Pete says, when can we watch or when can we catch you on another poker stream? I've been watching the Venetian stream. Cash game is pretty good. Maybe we'll play Venetian soon, but my big episode of No Gamble, No Future comes out in July after the World Series ends. What's the probability of pricing in war in Iran to spike oil prices and throwing PPI data expectations out? I'm not an oil trader, but I feel like the moves from oil are going to be headline driven, so you're going to have to wait for headlines to come and then see how the oil markets react. That's what I would say. John says, good morning. Can I say thank you, Ribs, for your commitment to your audience? I know your brain has be on go, especially over the last couple days. So thank you. Yeah, of course. That's what I'm here for. To hang out. Let's see if we can catch something on PPI together. Can you explain how to read Bookmap? I mean, you got about 6 months to hang out. We can talk about it. What's up, Gringo El Diablo? Welcome to Kick. What's up, Sorrow? Damn. Nice work there, Nick. Is that 40K balanced? Yeesh. I'll hang out for 6 months. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. 7 more minutes till PPI and jobless claims come out. And then we kind of get a pause in the date until 1 p.m. because then we get a 30-year bond auction, but I'm not going to be here for that, obviously. But let's see if there's anything that we can trade together off of PPI. Would be lovely. Haven't taken any trades, obviously, in the Percy. Sitting here with a $739,000 balance. I haven't taken any trades. So, see if we can catch something on PPI today. Maybe we do it in Apex. Maybe we do it in the Percy. We'll see. What's up, Sir Noodles? Cheeseball says, Bookmap is really challenging my ego to go and learn this over the next years. Yeah, it's a great platform. I love Bookmap. All right, folks, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We got PPI and jobless claims coming in about 6 minutes here. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. Looks like the market is still kind of weak here. Can't even get back above 780. Do you rotate your monitor 90 degrees that you run Bookmap on? Nope. But I think it's time to post that picture on my Instagram again because we've forgotten what my layout looks like. Let's do that. All right, so you can see where my Bookmap is on my screens. If you go watch my Instagram story, just posted it. Any chance of you sharing your volume dot settings? I have. It's in the I think it's in Tech Help or something like that. One of these Discord channels. Thanks, Johnny, for the new sub over on Kick. Lovely. We're getting close to that 150 sub goal. All right, 2 more minutes until PPI comes out. Remember, we are expecting positive 0.2% month over month, positive 2.6% year over year. Next shrimp cocktail and Johnny. I mean, that's might be krill or sea monkeys at that price. I don't know, shrimp cocktail. You probably get like the thing that you rip off the end of the shrimp, like the tail, maybe. You think more smaller trades are better for someone, less trades with bigger TP? It depends. Oh, there you go. Thank you, buddy. Jeez, Chandi just gifted 50 subs. Give it up for Chandi. Thank you, buddy. That's smashing the sub goal. Now I gotta change it, dude. Nice. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Thank you so much there, buddy. What a goat. All right. 1 minute. 1 minute for PPI, folks. 1 minute. Remember, expectations 0.2% for the month over month and 2.6% year over year. Now I see what you're saying about the shrimp cocktail on you. Thank you. This is why it pays to watch over on Kick. If you were in the Kick chat, you probably got a free sub. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. All right, 20 seconds, everybody. Good luck. Johnny's the GOAT. Order book is cleared out. Good luck, everybody. This thing is thin. Here we go. It is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like a Nintendo code. 0.1% for the headline. 2.6% year over year. It's kind of pushing up, but then going right back down. I have no trades on yet. This looks spicy. Jobless claims coming in at 248,000 versus 242,000. Estimate continuing claims at 1.96 million. So continuing claims are up decently. And initial claims are up slightly. Very sparse liquidity right now. Looks like bonds are up on this. So I feel like the market should roll. But again, I haven't taken anything yet. Just watching, just looking. Look at how thin this order book is. That's why I'm not touching it yet. Look at that gap in the order book. My goodness. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate you, buddy. Guess I have to download Kick now. I mean, just kick.com/selling-rips, baby. It's easy. You don't have to download anything. No downloads necessary, baby. What do you folks want the market to do? Go up or down? I'm flat. Still lack of liquidity here. We are slowly tapping into that previous day low, but the market looks awfully weak. It's crazy because we rejected the lows, but then like the market's just not doing anything right now. Like we're pushing up, but slowly, very slowly. See if liquidity's back in this book yet. A little bit, but not much. All right, there we go. It's starting to push up a little bit. Taking out that previous day low. There's a lot of people willing to sell into that, surprisingly. See what happens here at 800. Bring this down a little bit here so we can see S&Ps. S&Ps are starting to push here. Looks like they're going for 800 on the NAS here. Gunning for that 806,000s are holding. We got 536 on the bid. Right there at 6,000. Just took it. Somebody pulled it, I think, though. Yeah, somebody pulled that order the moment it came back down towards it. Again, still no trades. Haven't taken a dang thing. Just still watching it with you. What's the deal with the kick push? What's the deal with airline food? I don't know. Should there be a deal? What's the deal? I mean, the platform is great. I think the platform is great, and it's low latency. Quality's fantastic. No commercials, isn't that great? Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Oh man, we're holding above 6,000 here in the S&P's for sheezies, but it's not like they're not like ripping liquidity to the north side, and we're still underneath 800 in the Nasdaq. So as bad as I want to take a trade, I'm just not seeing it yet. Garbage price action, tell you what, it sure is. Hey man, I subbed and I got 1 month of Clubhouse. How do we access that? It's only for people who subbed on the 10th. So if you can show me that you subbed on the 10th, then yeah. But that was like a one-time promotion we did for people who subbed on the 10th. Rips have an account that is breaches with TBD. It costs $650 to reset. I'm really arguing with myself to reset or not. I mean, it's personal financial choice. If you think it's worth it, let me work it. Put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it, you know? Maybe you do reset it. Have I tried wealth charts yet? Yes, I just don't have it set up for the stream yet, so probably next week, Monday, is when we're gonna be doing wealth charts. You ever trade Asia London? If I'm awake and it's producing opportunities, faux show. Of course. Ripsy Elliott, you already know. Take profit account, $300 away from passing funded. 2 days left, closed it down. Will be my first past eval. Let's go. Nice work there, Matthew. Brondo, it's what plans great. I need to watch Idiocracy again. What a great film. We are still holding above the 800. We were underneath it for a while. We are pushing up here slowly. We are holding confidently above 6,000 here as well. Just a weird little grind here. Just DM me your details there, Ab0. Can work it out in the DMs. Wow, it's really starting to squeeze now. This is crazy. Holy smokes. That's like kind of like looks like a minor blow off top above the 822 there. That was crazy. Thing ripped so fast. Now I see a lot of sellers coming in. We like traded liquidity right up at 822 there, and now here comes the sellers. That was crazy how fast we did that. See if we can get back above 820 here or not. It's looking a little soft now. If we get back above 820, I think this thing could rip pretty hard. Let's see. Right now, pushing back at that magic green line. It just really depends on how many sellers we're being met with here. 822 magic green line in the sand. Yeah, we had that blow off into 822. And now we are kind of double, triple topping here. So if we start to fade all of these sellers, I'm looking at the liquidity from the rest of these names like NVIDIA. It really is about if we hold above 822 here, because 6,015 wants to trade in the S&Ps. So let's see. Can we get above 830 and hold? Or are we going to run into some overhead supply here? It's interesting to watch this, to be honest. There's a lot. Look at all those orders getting stacked up above there. Do we sweep at those orders? Got some hungry buyers here, but I don't know if we're going to sweep up at that 830 liquidity, which we already just entertained here. Look at that. Look at all that liquidity above us there. Now we're starting to see some exchanges in this book. Hungry, hungry liquidity above. See if we can get filled here at 829 on the offer. $827 3/4 just got filled. $829 got filled. Looking to see if 832 wants to get filled as well. And we got our last fill there at 829. Let's see. And filled out there. Cool. Great. We made 4,300 bucks on that push. This is why tournaments are so hard. Tournaments are so hard to play when I can make $4,300 in minutes. Anybody else catch that long there? Talk to me. Drop a W in chat if you caught along with me. That was fun. Break of 800 all the way up to 830s. 829 is where we got most of that pull. A YouTube God says, you're long for 2 points or what? Let me do the math. 790 to 830. Yes. 790 to 830 is 2 points. Correct. Yes. Yes. You nailed it. Exactly right. I hope that you don't build bridges. Because if you do, there's going to be a lot of dead people. Your math might be slightly off. Slightly off. It's just a little bit. If you build bridges, let us know, because I don't want to drive across them. I think they might crumble. Where's your stop loss in this trade? I put it below the 4-hour mid at that volume shelf. So we had it about 773. Good question there, Donnie. So, there we go. I'm a heart surgeon, nothing to worry about. Well, let me know which hospital you work at so I don't go. I'm kidding. We are still grinding up here, snatching liquidity even higher here. 6,015 will be the area to watch in the S&Ps. We are looking now potentially going for like a triple top-ish pattern. Look at this big old W. I'm flat, obviously. We're out of that trade. On a trade like that, you know, I'm not looking to make a billion zillion dollars. It's kind of like I look at that as like, I didn't trade yesterday. I kind of want to have like a nice little trade to get me back into the markets and warm me up a little bit. 4,300 bucks is nothing to be sad or ashamed about. So I'm happy. Overall, how long of a trade was that? What's today? The 12th? Let's see. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. That's fine. $1,000 a minute. We'll take it. I know you entered at 800, but I scalped at 830. That's by design. This is not a signals channel. I'm trying to Miyagi you into these markets. I'm trying to walk you into it so that, like on a day like yesterday where I'm not streaming, that you can get into these markets by your own accord because you believe in yourself and you have the tools that are necessary to build that confidence and trust within your own trading. Six contracts, it looks like. 12 contracts, sorry. 12 contracts. You Full says, I just completed my first 5 win days with 200 plus in a funded account with Top Step. I'm waiting to withdraw for the first time ever. 1 year of trading. Nice. I'm exiting or wait, hold on. I'm exiting? 1 year of trading, I'm exiting? You're not leaving us, are you? Don't tell me you're exiting. I guess he's also careful because he is trading a live account and making calls if he's buying or selling might be trouble. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to sell you anything, so. And I'm not making outlandish claims. I'm just here trying to hang out with you folks in the morning. I'm just a stupid doofus pressing buttons. That's me. That's my story. That's all I'm doing. How do you build back confidence after blowing a few PAs on the same day? Take a break, Steph. Take a break. Come on. Take a break. Excited. Okay, that makes more sense. Not exited. Excited. You mean you can't make me a pro in 15 minutes? Give me about 15 years and I'll see what I can do for you. Rips, you are it, stupid. Am I? Thanks, man. Thanks for calling me stupid. Appreciate you. Hey, Rips, when the Dome has only 5 orders showing and a big trade comes in for 250 at that price, is that an iceberg that fills in the order? Is it a market maker that has to take that liquidity? It's an iceberg. The only time that you're going to see a market maker taking that liquidity is if it is preventing a massive move. But it's rarely is it not going to be not an iceberg. Rarely. Almost 100% of the time that's an iceberg. But the great thing about the CME is that they have transparency rules so you can actually see whether or not the order was a iceberg. However, there are things called synthetic icebergs that are not designated as iceberg orders that can act like an iceberg, but is not an official iceberg order. That's more of an advanced thing and probably will not matter to 99% of the people that are watching this. Rips, you are not stupid. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate not being stupid. That's funny. SK says, I'm new here. You said earlier that you were flat before PPI when you took this call. PPI came out at 8:30. This is when PPI came out and we showed our screen that we were flat. I don't know what is it like. Is there like a gotcha? Are we trying to? You said you weren't going to take a trade or something. I don't know. I don't get it. All I know is that I'm here streaming for free. I trade a live account that has $743,000 in it. If there's something you don't like about, I mean, there's plenty of other streamers that trade other things you can watch. I have no problem. You know, do whatever you want, man. I'm tired. I don't know how to help you. I'm sorry. It's a gotcha. People don't believe they can do this themselves, so they think it's impossible for others. I don't know, whatever. Dude, if you all think this is fake, I don't care. It doesn't change my life. You know? Where did your journey with Bookmap start? About 7 years ago, I want to say. I got to go back and check my receipts, but I think I had one of the first iterations of Bookmap. I've told this story before, but the whole reason that I even discovered Bookmap is that I was working out in my gym and I had an idea in my head. I was like, I'd really like to see liquidity represented this way on a chart. And I started mentally, while I'm working out, I was mentally drafting up this idea of what I wanted this tool to be. And I've been in the tech space with a lot of my businesses. I have development teams that I've contracted, people that could build these type of things. So I was going to go in and immediately hit up one of the developing teams that I've worked with. Really talented folks, Eastern European developers, which, by the way, if you've ever worked with developers, I have an affinity of, like, I really like Eastern European developers. The code that they write, it's like self-commenting code. Like, sorry for anybody else out there, like Americans or non-Eastern Europeans, but like I'm just telling you, they are really good at writing code, at least the ones that I've worked with. I've had some amazing Ukrainian developers, not Sergey, starts with an S. My God, I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of the name right now. This shows you how tired I am. But anyway, Eastern European developers, they write code that is thank you, Serbian, thank you. I don't know why I kept on thinking Sergey, which is a Serbian name, I suppose, but thank you, Serbian. But they write code that is like self-commenting. So if you have another team that comes in and trades that works on the code, it's self-sufficient. You know, other teams can interface with it and work with it. So anybody out there that works with developers knows how that is important. Anyway, I don't even know why I'm off on this tangent right now. But anyway, I went inside, and before I started hitting up a development team to work on this, I literally go and I search on Google, and I'm like typing in all these ideas that I have for what I'm looking for in what I want in a charting tool. And that's where I found Bookmap. It was called X-Ray Bookmap at the time. They renamed it, obviously, or Bookmap X-Ray. And like, I was like, this is exactly what I wanted. And it was like $30 at the time. It was cheap. It was way cheaper than what it is now. And I was like, dude, $30 or, you know, potentially $50,000 to have some team work on it. Like, if you want to get it done right, maybe $20,000 to $50,000 to get it done. I was like, dude, $30 sold. And I started using it, and I was like, this is exactly what my mind was looking for. So there you go. There you go. That's how I started my journey with Bookmap, is because I literally had the idea, and I was like, oh, nobody has this. I didn't even have the idea that I was going to make money like creating a tool and sell it. I literally just wanted it for me. So there you go. There's how I did it. Do I trade Forex? No. Forex props and Forex markets can be a little bit scammy, right? Scammy. So, I mean, I've heard a lot of horror stories. I just don't mess with it. I like the regulated CME markets. That's why I trade futures. And if you've been following the journey, I mean, the efforts speak for themselves. $743,000 pure profit since January 21st. If you've been following along with the journey, somebody who shows up today is like, no way, there's no way that he's did it. Well, go back and watch every single stream. We've done it live every single day here. We've done it live, baby. Glassbox is a Ukrainian guy who smokes cigarettes on his front porch with a laptop on his lap. Nice. How has the World Series of Poker tournaments been going? I posted all the updates on my Instagram account. Oh, look, we lost the obligatory 150 people who watched the stream just to see me lose. Sorry to see you folks go. Maybe next time. They've increased their efforts, by the way. I have a group of haters, like 150 to 200 people, which, by the way, hate watching somebody in the morning is just a weird way to start your day. It's better to start your day with positive energy and positive vibes. If you simply go to watch a streamer try to lose trades, like if that's your goal, I don't think that that's going to set you right for the day. That's just my opinion. But it's crazy. Like, I get tagged in posts and like people like retweet other people's posts, but there are actual Twitter and X accounts that are dedicated to like posting screenshots when I lose. And now they've increased their efforts so much. Like, so if I have like a day where I lose money in Apex evaluation accounts, they'll make 20 posts about that. And it's like, what a strange way to live. It's very weird. I've never understood it. I've never had any type of time in my life where I dedicate to trying to see other people fail. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's a strange way to live. Anyway, I'm not touching this right now. Katie asked, what tool am I talking about? Talking about Bookmap. That's this old thing right here. There it is. That thing. People feel better about their own losing, seeing someone else lose. I mean, just get better, though. Just get better. And if you don't believe that I'm doing what I'm doing, that's fine. Then use it as motivation to try to be the person that I'm, in your mind, that I'm saying I am. I don't know. I don't know how to motivate you. I want to help you. I want to turn the haters into fans. Really, I do. I want to turn the haters into fans. Because I feel like, we have a lot to offer on this stream. Did anybody actually catch this, though, from, like, the initial grind up? I was too nervous, underneath 800. You'll notice, like, when I'm trading, I keep it pretty basic, right? I keep it kind of basic. You'd have to say, like, my trading style is not all that advanced, is it? It's really not. Like, I was waiting for it to be. How many times did you hear me, by the way, as it was going up? How many times did you hear me say, hey, it's below 800? And then once we crossed 800, I said, well, if it holds above 800, we're going to be looking for this thing to extend higher. I mean, I keep it pretty simple, I'd say. We had that 800, we had a pullback, and then there we went. We took it to 830, I feel like I don't think that's very advanced. And I don't think trading should be advanced. I don't think it needs to be. And I actually talked about this in one of my YouTube shorts, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok wastes of time, I think is what the official names are. But I talked about it. I said, look, there was actually kind of a hot button topic. There's people that are disagreeing with it. You can trade whatever strategy you want. I'll never poo-poo on another person's strategy, right? Ever. If you trade SMC, is it? SM Smart Money? Yeah, SMC, ICT, support and resistance, momentum, order flow, levels, whatever your pick of ice cream flavor is, I'm never going to poo-poo on that. I don't care. All I care about is that you're doing something that works for you and that you're comfortable with. Because at the end of the day, there's two things that make trades work really, really well. You know what those two things are? Number one, confidence. Number one is confidence. There's two things that I think that make trades work. Number one is confidence. You have to have confidence in your strategy. That means that you have experience in trading it. If you have confidence, it comes from trading your strategy often. Seeing it work, it gives you confidence. Number two, in my opinion, to make trades work, at least in my own experience, is risk management. You can have almost any trade strategy work as long as you have good risk management. And what does that mean? It means that if you're trading something and it goes against you, you're not going to start to lie to yourself and say, well, I'm already this deep in the hole. Let's keep going. Now you're going to pull that thing back. That's it. If you have confidence, you have good risk management, I think that you could be successful in almost any trading strategy. Truly, I mean that. Let's see here. Who do we got? Stan. Nice. Rib says Lambo FX guys in Miami aren't legit. I don't know. I'm not thinking so. A lot of them have their own FX firms and they're just booking people, and they take your deposit and they go, all right, have fun. And they know that people can't trade. So, Bob's your uncle. There you go. Making sure you have an actual edge is important. I think many are fooled by randomness. Sure. But that's where I say, like, you want to have confidence first. Confidence and then risk management. Confidence comes from backtesting your strategy or employing your strategy and getting it to work and seeing it work over and over again. I'm confident in my strategy because I lost 3 years straight discovering my own strategy and pushing buttons and figuring out what worked and what didn't work. My strategy is born out of the fires of losing money in the market. That's where my strategy came from. Tree Guy says, you made $4,300 while I was making coffee at Wawa. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. It's amazing how many Apex accounts there are. That my account number only has 3 digits and the first is 1. Wow. My account number starts with a 6. So I don't know. I must be in the original 6 million users of Apex. Johnny says, hey, Rips, can you please elaborate on your bet sizing strategy? How many contracts do you put on a single trade and how do you come up with that number? So very good question. But for me specifically, it's based on the environment that we're in. For instance, let's say Let's go back to the charts here. This was not a grandiose move by any means, right? We had a big candle here, but it was not grandiose, right? When I'm saying grandiose, what am I looking for? Well, for instance, let's say that we swept down, straight down, right? We had a drop from, let's just use whole numbers here, 750 down to 650 handle, or that'd be 150 points. Wake up, Ripsy. 150 move, 150 point move. Now, after that happens, like either I'm going to dial in and get that, right? And if I can see that happening, there's two things that I'm watching for. The velocity of the move. That means how far we're gapping in between prints, and the volume of orders that are hitting the tape. So velocity and volume is what I'm looking for on momentum specifically. Now, if that heartbeat of the market is telling me that there's a lot of people trading this move and it has a lot of velocity, meaning that there's a lot of gaps in between each print that I'm seeing rolling off the tape, I'm going to size into that move because it means that the extension of the move can be great and I can nail a bigger trade. Now, on something like I saw there, only trading about 12 contracts on that move, we didn't have a grandiose move, but we had some movement, right? And I'm looking for the market to qualify for me to take a trade, right? One of the things that changed my trading a lot was asking the market to qualify me into a trade. Now, what does that mean? What do I mean by qualify me into a trade? You'll hear me often say, usually around whole numbers, hey, if the market pushes above 800, I'm looking for a retest below those 800s and show us that we have strength. Now, the market can't continue to move in a singular direction if we have resistance, right? Meaning that if we pull back and we start to see a whole mess of bids underneath, which is kind of what we saw in the S&P below 6,000 there. They pulled the order, but then we saw those bids starting to shape up and build a lot of strength. Well, it's very hard for sellers to take control of that tape, especially if we're in the middle of a momentous move, even if it's slow, right? Slow, grindy moves often fool people, but the facts still remain. Even if it's moving in slow motion and we don't have liquidity being swept below consistently, those bids are going to start to stack up. And what happens is that shorts often are going to pile into those bids, thus creating a feedback loop of bids coming in, shorts covering, and the market not having enough downside push to take out all of those bids. Does that make sense? So when we're talking about the amount of contracts that I'm going to trade on a trade, it's based on those few factors. Again, velocity and volume. Velocity and volume. Tom Jones says, Rips, please put on a trade so I can fade it. Oh, you missed this one to fade, my friend. Unfortunately, you missed that one. Oh, snap. Tom, you got muted. I can never see another single thing that you say ever again. That's too bad. I guess we'll see you never. See, Tom is the kind of guy who comes in here hoping that I lose, and even if I don't lose, tries to somehow make money, make the money that I made seem, I don't know. $4,300 to Tom probably pays for quite a bit in his life. And I feel bad for people like Tom because at the end of the day, I wish people well and I want to see people succeeding. But Tom's the kind of person that we're talking about earlier. They come in here, they are praying, please let me see this guy lose. I can't stand it. He comes on here, he's so well spoken, he's good looking, he could probably steal my wife from me. And golly, that just rubs me the wrong way. I can't stand seeing this person consistently win. I've been watching him run $100,000 all the way up to $743,000, and it just hurts my soul. And I want to see him really, really lose. So Tom comes in here and has some weird kink where he wants to watch another man succeed in life while he simply fails. So don't be a Tom in your life. Don't be a Tom, because Toms never make it. Tom, your wife is probably cheating on you. Just letting you know. She's probably cheating on you. If you have a wife, she's probably cheating on you. Crazy they paid out $500 million to traders, more than everyone else combined. Yeah, true. All right, we are at the top of the hour here. We have about 28 minutes till the market is... Oh, my goodness, we have a Trump tweet. Hold yourselves. Hold on. What is it? Waiting? Listening? Chevron and Halliburton enable intelligent hydraulic fracturing. I'm not sure why that would make the market jostle like that. I got nothing. I got nothing. I think Tom was short and he just got stopped out. They got me again. That's what it was. The market makers were coming after Tom's prop accounts. One day I'll pass one. AWS AI Cloud News, where? What? I'm not seeing that on my end. I mean, I see something from Databricks, but that did not happen when that move happened. Wait, Trump wrote the China deal is great. No, did he? Oh, yeah, sorry, thank you. The China deal is great. There you go. Thank you, RJ. Appreciate you, buddy. Yep, you're right. Yep, that's what it was. I don't know why I didn't get the Truth Social alert on my phone until after the fact, but there you go. That shows you how much algorithms power these markets. And I'm not talking about a singular algorithm that was written by some dude thrown in the back of a van who actually only trades paper. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that we actually have algorithms that are actively scraping the news to try and figure out what the next move is and actively trade on that news. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing, folks. Who was throwing that? I don't know. I couldn't even begin to tell you. I've heard you say cover. Can you explain what that means? If you are short in these markets, the only way to get out of your position is to buy contracts. That means cover. If you are long the market, the only way to get out of your trade is to sell contracts. That means cover. So if you're long, you sell to cover. If you are short, you buy to cover. There you go. Mark Hammond says, thanks, Strips, for everything. Have a great day. No, you have a great day. You have a great day. Why don't you? I dare you to have a great day. You go out there and have a great day. You don't tell me what to do. You go do it. Rips, explain why China would accept a 50% tariff while U.S. gets 10% is because China makes trillions from the U.S. companies. It's more complex than that. We'll get into that when I actually have more than 4 hours of sleep. But we are coming back down after that lofty wick. We are already 10 handles lower here in the S&Ps. Good luck, everyone. Let's get it today. Thank you, Keck. General Keck. It seems we have discovered scammy kickbots, by the way. You know what I can do is I can make it subscribers only, chat. How's the Bentley after service? Exactly the same as before I dropped it in. It was just an oil change service. So with tax, it was like $900, $960, something like that. So there you go. Have you seen gold? It's booty blasted all the shorts. Let me see. Well, I mean, what now it should be, but yeah. Oh my gosh, it's actually surging through that whole move. That surprises me, actually. Wow. Gold at 3,400. Dude, I remember the days when gold was having trouble breaking 1,900. Like gold had a wall at like 1,890 and 1,900. It was crazy. I remember those days. Pepperidge Farm remembers them. $3,400 on gold now. Holy. Good time to own some gold jewelry. If you look on my Instagram, you saw your boy Ripsy been getting some jewelry. I didn't wear the big chain. Maybe I'll wear the gold chain today during the poker tournament. Thing is ridiculous. It's so heavy. Took a month break. What contract are we currently trading? We're trading the Junes until next week. FOMC weekend contract roll week, baby. The June burgers. That's what we're trading. El Guapo says, Trump just tweeted, Tom's a loser, probably the worst trader ever. He's the worst trader I've ever seen. Great wife, though. Totally porked her. That's a horrible Trump accent. I'm never going to do it again, I promise. I hope all the crazy doomsday guys are hoarding gold bars or cashing out. Yeah, maybe. Melt that down. Make yourself a gold sandwich. This is my third day of trading the PAs, though. How you liking there, Julius? How you liking it? Well, we do have the market opening about 22 minutes. Probably hang out on YouTube for another 8 minutes, 7 minutes, and then we'll go jump on over to the kick, see if we could trade the open together. I'm probably not going to trade my Percy anymore. To be honest, I'm being dead serious right now. I'm probably not going to touch my Percy again today. I'm happy with $4,300. I just want to have a clear head today. I got my buddies coming into town. I'm exhausted, so maybe we'll try trading some Apex off the open, but I'm probably done with the Percy. I'm just being real with y'all. You know, my tournament buy-in today, $1,500. We made a couple more bucks than that. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I just, when I'm tired like this, I like to take it chill. Take it nice and easy. You know? FA says, did Dakota talk to you about his recent rough stretch and changing his strategy? Seems like he's going for quick scalps. And no, he has not. Last time I saw Dakota, he was out here. He saw me pulling a $300,000 pot. So if you are a hater and you are watching, go ahead and ask your friend Dakota. Rip said he pulled down a $300,000 pot. He's lying. He said that you saw it in person. Tell me that he's lying because I hate the guy. I hate watching him every morning. Go ask Dakota. He'll tell you. He watched it live, baby. $300,000 pot. That was a fun day. That was the last time I played live poker, actually. Pulled down a $300,000 pot. Stone says, the last time I was on stream, you made $19,000. Now happy with $4,300. Is this true trading? Or this is true trading. Yes, it is. You got to know yourself. You find out yourself through the fire and flames of the market. I'm telling you, this is what real trading is, folks. This is what it looks like. I'm happy I booked a win. Hey, it could have been, I'm being real with you right now. This could have been $800 and I'd be like, yeah, I'm probably done. I tried to trade. It worked out. Thank goodness I didn't get stopped out on that. I wasn't even close to being stopped out, but hey, traded, felt good, felt right, nailed the trade. What do you want, you know? He's been using a strat with the ATR lately. Pretty interesting. Yeah, ATR is cool. You can kind of develop your own feel for velocity and volume and how fast those orders are hitting the tape. And you could use tools like ATR. There's momentum add-ons there. You can get momentum indicators that will tell you the velocity of orders hitting the tape. Did you have the 10 jack or what? What are you talking about, 10 jack? Oh, yeah, no. No, I did not. I did not have 10 jack, but he tried this silly little raise on the end. He's a professional. I knew exactly what he was doing. I snap shoved on him and he snap folded. I read him like a book. Renko is good for momentum. Yeah, find out what works for you and lean into it. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun tournament. Like I said, it wasn't about the money. I was trying to get the glory in the gold bracelet, but it was still fun. Still fun. Just pulling for you on IG, sent you a message. Nice work. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you, buddy. My country is restricted for all the props for the RIPS code except for TPT. Well, try TPT. TPT has instant payouts, daily payouts. That's their, every single prop firm that I talk about has their different cup of tea that makes them special. So for instance, Apex, you can trade up to 20 accounts simultaneously. They're the only company I've seen that can do singular $1 million payouts to traders. I haven't seen another company doing singular millions of dollars of payouts. So like a payout for $2 million, a payout for $1.5 million, payout for $700,000. You got Top Step over here, which has some fair rules. You got TPT, which has daily payouts. You got Tradeify, which has straight to funded. There's different flavors of ice cream for everybody. So just find out what your pralines and cream is. PETA says, is it as a pro poker player sometimes more difficult to play against less experienced players because they are sometimes doing random? No, the whole thing about being a good poker player is game selection in the cash games. You want to find yourself playing against, actually, now that you bring it up, there was, when Dakota was in town that same day there, I made $300,000, or I won a $300,000 pot, biggest pot of the day. That same session, there was a time when I had aces and the board was like 3, 4, 6, and a guy was a billionaire, actual billionaire, shoved, and I had aces and I open face mucked them. Because I was like, okay, this guy like flopped a set or a straight. It was a big, like, he shoved for like $200,000. If I would have called, it would have been even bigger than the 300K pot. But open folded aces and he shows me pocket 10. So there's an instance where it was on me. I made a horrible play. Like there's $200,000 laying on the ground. I didn't bend over and pick it up. But that's an instance where, yeah, that's more on me than the player themselves. But like you want a player to be doing those types of moves because that's going to make you wealthy in the long run. So yeah, Kick looks just like YouTube. It should be better quality. I don't know if it's not. I'm sorry. You can email refund@rips.mom. Living the dream, Rips, making big bucks in the markets and playing poker. Thank you. I enjoy it. Design your own life that you love to. Do whatever you do. Do it with passion. Love what you do. Asen says Kick looks better. I agree. I think so. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Ripsmod, if you would drop the link to Kick, we're going to go continue the party on over at Kick. Like I said, I'm probably not going to trade the Percy Jackson, but I will be probably trading Apex or nothing at all, or we'll just be yapping about the open. But join me over on Kick. I'll see you folks over there. Thanks for joining me on YouTube this morning. It's been a blast. I will see you folks here on YouTube, unless we make a deep run, maybe. I won't be here, but probably here on Friday, tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. However, there's not gonna be a lot of news tomorrow. It's gonna be a pretty docile session, especially since Roll Week and FOMC are coming next week. So let me see here, actually. What is on the docket tomorrow? Not much. We have the University of Michigan sentiment at 10. So, if I don't show up at 8, maybe I'll come on for a late stream at 10. So thanks, everybody. Love y'all. I'll see y'all over on Kick. Be good. See you then. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow on YouTube. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.